My name is Ian Jonathan Baseke. Kindly vote for me. Of course, I came well prepared for the story. The main actor never dies in a movie. Basically, I usually tell people that victory can be delayed, but it can't be denied. You construct what you manage to find. It's the WhatsApp giving.
God, it's already good.
But no, most people are using WhatsApp giving. When you are born, your mother goes to the other bed in the maternity ward. Mine goes to the other bed in the maternity ward. But at the end,
turn it up just a little. This is where ideas get louder. Welcome to the blueprint.
Big vision, we don't play small. Blueprint mindset, yeah, we build it all from the ground up.
Yes, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with a great gentleman, none other than the guild president, the current elected guild president the current elected guild president of Ernest Cook University, none other than Mr. Ian Jonathan Baseke. You're welcome to the Big Talk Blueprint podcast, Mr. Ian.
thank you, sir.
Mr. Ian.
Yes, please.
Mayaka Olukabadde, it has been Gumite. Yes, as the slogan goes.
It was the Gumit indeed.
But I'd say congratulations.
Thank you.
Because you're a man who has been tested 3 times, as we had a cock crowed 3 times in Jesus' time. But still, you showed that you're a powerful man.
Yeah, indeed.
I want to dive in straight into your campaign times. What was that moment during your campaign trail that you felt is the hardest and toughest, and how did you handle it?
Okay, basically, hello, the viewers outside there. My name is Ian Jonathan Baseke. As the big man has said earlier on, I'm the guild president-elect at Ernest Cook University.
Yes, the big man.
And we have been into a campaign period. It hasn't been easy, though it was so easy on the other hand.
It was so easy.
So part of the hardest moments in the campaign is that you reach a moment whereby you're exhausted, but you still need to push. Because I used to sleep at 2 a.m. in the night, and then by 6 I would be up.
You're awake.
You should send in reminders to people. Good morning. My name is Ian Jonathan Baseke. President. Kindly vote for me.
I used to see those messages.
So I used to get too overwhelmed, and I used to get overtired, and I had no helper in one way or the other. If there is no, you could trust someone with your phone that keep texting for me. There are some personal messages in your phone. So that was the hardest period.
Is there a point where you felt like I should give up on this?
A point where I feel like I should give up on this? No. Of course, I came well prepared for the story. And they usually say that the main actor never dies in a movie.
Yeah.
So I was the main actor. I couldn't give up. That's why I stayed strong until the very last end of the day.
And your movie got kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Because we had the first phase, which was, there were those elections that were first held online. And then they were terminated. They were like, not all posts were there, so on, so on.
Yes.
But it still proved that you were the winner.
Yeah.
Then we had the others coming in the second wave, where you won, and the other people were saying, Simani, Abio Blulu, he has stolen votes, and so on. Then we had the third phase, where you had to assure them that you had won. How would you like to grade and cover up all these moments?
Basically, I usually tell people that victory can be delayed, but it can't be denied. That is the truth. No matter what someone does outside there, victory will never be denied, but it can be delayed. So in everything that happened, we were the winners before, and it was delayed in one way or the other, but still,
forces were trying to overcome it.
Yeah, forces were trying to overcome it, but that's as I told you earlier, that victory can never be denied, but it can be delayed.
I know now, as there's some pressure that has reduced since you've gone through as a good president.
Yes, sir.
You sit there, I believe that night when Mr. Okodi said, I now declare Mr. Ian as a good president, you first felt like, some level of pressure has gone down.
Yeah.
But I believe there are some dreams, some things that you put in your intent or declaration of intent They were part of your manifesto. But now you're like when you to see them, you feel like they are hard to implement since you're now in the post. Is there anything?
No, literally, wherever you're building a house, even if it is a storage building, even if it is these normal houses of ours, you construct what you manage to fund. Not so?
Yeah.
It's like getting married. There is no you're going to marriage when you don't want to produce kids. Of course, the husband will be like, "Me want to get kids," and for you, like, "No, time is still there."
I don't want kids.
So in everything you do, you should be having that proper planning for the future. And everything in my manifesto is basically for the students, and it will be implemented.
You feel everything you promise is going to be implemented.
Maybe if there are other external forces fighting against them, but still with the power of students,
Yeah.
everything will happen at Ernest Cook University.
Okay, now you're soon going to be how do they call it, sworn in as a guild president.
Yes.
Since elections are done and everything, you're going to have your first month. This month, which we are in, what would you like to implement effectively in your first month?
So basically, since it is my first month at Ernest Cook, I remember
Yes.
when you were in the debate, I remember some question that was in your 100 days at Ernest Cook University.
Yeah, in 100 days.
What is the most tangible thing you'd love students to copy from you? And since we are going through the examination period, and I've come in the last phase of the semester, that is May.
Yeah, May.
I would love to see that there are some students who might fail to copy the school fees.
Yes,
who
they
might
are
fail
there.
to raise school fees. At least in my era, and in my first month at school, I would love to see that some of those students are supported and they're allowed to do exams. For the continuing students, because there is no way to tell someone that a person who is continuing with the semester may fail to come back the next semester.
That is actually.
So among the things I would love to push for, I would love to see that part of those students are kindly helped in that they can be allowed to sit for the exams. Because honestly, the semester has been a hot one. Man has become a problem in and out. It is not, but still, that will be worked upon in case the big people up there listen to our cry.
I know students feel unheard, and you've been receiving these complaints as you came in, and you also faced those challenges. Before you decided, and you're like, me, Mr. Ian, I should go for this post. Whether what or what?
Yes.
What are some of those concrete things that you feel like they must be changed effectively? No further say.
When I was still a student, actually, I've been a class rep, I've been a serving class rep. I'm a social person.
Yes.
Associate with a lot of people, but most of our students face a lot of problems and a lot of challenges, whereby none of their voices is heard.
Yes.
So part of the things I would love to advocate for is that most of these students, most of our money we get is spent into data, honestly.
Yeah.
Because we are having full-time lectures from morning up to evening. And you're supposed to be using 5 GB.
Yeah, and we also have online lectures packing us there.
So in that, we would love to see that those students are supported in a way that at least our data, that we are provided with data over the Wi-Fi stories and other things. Because I remember they were talking about the issue of headroom, and then for those people who come to school, the Wi-Fi to be sufficient for their study.
I feel like they need the Wi-Fi extenders and so on. And I believe you're going to work on it since you've already tackled it.
Yes, please.
And there's this issue whereby when you tend to come into power, people be like, this man is going to change what they expect those things. But I want you to assure students at Ernest Cook University. You tell them, how are you going to balance students and the administration?
So first and foremost, being a student leader, it doesn't remove the fact that I'm a student.
Yes.
Not so.
Yeah.
Meaning I came to school to study and I came to look for papers.
Yes.
So the issue of leadership comes as a by the way, in that if anything comes up, I'm always on the student side. If there is no however side with the administration, yet I'm a student. That will be total segregation and betrayal to the student body. Yes.
You said something about tuition. We are having issues where students have failed to pay tuition. You said it is your first thing you're going to tackle. Then we're also having an issue of a raised retake fee. Often now we are running into the mental health week. We have students whose parents are going to be like, I've taken you to school, but they are getting a retake, you're going to pay at 350 yourself. How are you going to help these students? Like, I want you to just put in like award, for example, for the retake fees, they are really high. 350,000 is really high for students.
It's okay. Talking about the retake fees.
Yes.
For many years, people have been talking about the same
Yes.
thing, and it's all about having a joint effort. In that, student leaders raise their forces, and the students also raise their forces together to have change in some things. There is no I'll work upon something as a guilty president. I'll have to join hands with my ministers.
Yes.
And then we maybe put in writing that this and this should be reduced to a certain amount, whereby it favors most people. Because if someone gets a retake, let me say 3 retakes, that is 150,000, 50,000 shillings. That is half of the tuition
Half
we
of the
pay.
tuition, yeah, it's really big.
And at least most of the challenges causing retake fees is that most of students are having problems outside school. And whenever someone comes to class, is already thinking about. Some people are married, let me say.
Yeah, they are married. We are
They are
studying
thinking of problems in marriage. Some people are working. Someone is minding of work, the work that person left at home, and be like, my boss will be quarreling, but I'm still in class. Some bit it disturbs the understanding and maybe brings about the poor performances.
Yeah, when someone reflects on tuition, it's going to affect their But Mr. Guild has assured you that your tuition is going to be settled. You'll at least be able to sit for exams since you are a continuing student. If your leadership was an app, at this point, you're starting your leadership, what app would you like it to be rated to? Like, what app would you like students to compare your leadership to, and what rate would you like students to give it?
The app,
Yeah,
it is the WhatsApp GB.
it has already gone.
But no, most people are using WhatsApp GBs.
Hey, Spark.
For those of you who know WhatsApp GB, it is a very good app, and it handles a lot of issues at a go. Yeah, and it will be rated a 9 out of 100, and rated 5-star.
5-star.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the 5-star. He has mentioned it.
Yeah.
If tomorrow there was an issue that rose up, and it would cost you to fight for students at the age of even fighting with the administration, what issue would it be?
The issue that could cause a wrangle between the students and the administration is that basically there could be no issue that could cause a fight. When you have the dean of students, when you have the guilty patron,
yes,
it's all about having a mutual understanding. Because remember, being the school as Ernest Cook University,
yes,
we are the people who pay tuition for them to be around.
Yeah.
So minus we people, the school won't be standing. Meaning our voices must be heard in all corners, because they usually say, your customer is your boss.
Yeah, your customer is your boss.
Yeah, meaning we are their bosses.
You have to serve your customer diligently.
Very good. You need to serve your customers with care and transparency.
Mr. Guild,
Yes.
I know there are those students who may be fearing to approach you at this point because they know they weren't on your campaign trail or your campaigning team, and they really showed you that you cannot be a leader. You cannot be our leader, and they were on other people's people's trails. The students may be fearing to approach you, but I want you to give them a word and assure them and tell them you are here to serve them. What word do you have for them?
Fellow students of Ernest Cook University, remember when you are being born, your mother goes to the other bed in the maternity ward. Yeah. Mine goes to the other bed in the maternity ward. But at the end, we end up being mature people and being friends. So in leadership contains a lot of things, but still there is something that they call a decision making. Because that's why they usually say one man's meat is another man's poison, not so?
Yeah.
You may say, will marry her.
Then the other one says, I don't want to marry her.
I don't want to marry her.
Yeah.
She may say, no, I don't like him, and the other will be like, I like him.
Yeah.
So in this thing, this is a university. No matter the person you supported, the person who goes through is the leader by that time. And that the students who may fear to approach me just because you're supporting Mr. Zaria, just because you're supporting Joan, just because you're supporting Mr. Malava, that doesn't remove the fact that I'm the guilty president. So in all ways, we should always be together to see that everything moves on very well.
Yeah, so guys, don't fear him. He's the guild president. He has given you his word. I know most of you can be fearing, the guy saw me on the other guy's troll. I was like, don't vote for him. Some of them even spoke bad words. And they may fear to come and approach you.
Yeah, politics is a data game. You understand? What happens in politics is never taken into real life.
Yeah.
And that's why they usually tell people that after politics, there is no you should be fighting each other.
Yeah.
So we understand politics contains a lot, and politics takes a lot, but still,
Yeah.
even if you voted for Bobby Wine, it remains that Museveni is the president of Uganda, and there is no issue to deny it.
Yeah.
It's all about accepting and move with that.
I believe there are students who don't know much about you, but I want you to tell students that surprising bit of you that most of them may be viewing you from a perspective. Mr. Ian looks to be a strict man. He looks to be a very serious man, unapproachable. Or he's very approachable, or he's what? Just tell them one thing that they should, one surprising thing about you that they didn't expect.
Colleagues, for those who don't know Ian, my name is Ian Jonathan Baseke, but also known as Ian Ways. For those who have ever seen me somewhere, I'm a very free person. I'm a social person. I, for one, I'm a footballer. I love DJing. And
so we're expecting a lot from the precious book. We are going to go to that segment.
So, for those of you who think that I'm unapproachable, I'm a very easy person. Feel free to approach me at any time and see that your problems are solved. Don't worry about the rest. No one is going to harass you in my inbox. I'm always welcoming to anyone, provided you're a student of Ernest Cook University.
Okay, then we have this situation. You are in power, books are stressing you, and then you're also having students crying for you a lot of things. How do you always handle those stressful moments when you're overwhelmed? But now that you're going to be overwhelmed with a lot of responsibility, personal and for the students.
No, most situations, the reason that's why I have ministers on board on the guilty committee, in that in case you're having a challenge, an academic challenge, that can be delegated to the sports academics minister. Sports challenge, that can be delegated to the sports minister. You know that as a guilty president, I will be handling everything. Yeah. My work is to oversee the duties taking place around the school and see that everything is moving on properly. And that's how everything can be handled. There is no I'll handle everything at once and be handling my personal issues.
Yeah.
That can't be. And it can't happen still. So if I decide to do that, I'll be leaving part of my duties aside and I'll be working in position of the academics minister.
Yeah. Yes, they are on board to help you.
Yeah, true.
And speaking about those ministers, basically some of these ministers have not been on your they've not been under your campaign or what. I want you to give these ministers I want you to give some how can I say it?
Some assurance
to these ministers. Assure them that you would like them to either work together with you or what would you like each minister to have their posts to do what is required in their posts. Tell them a word.
No, most of the people who contested are all my friends.
Yes.
I don't mind of the party they are in. That's why you usually see people of NRM jazzing, people of DP.
Yeah, I always see them.
Like you see Honorable Mao, he's the DP member, but he's residing with other people.
Like we're having a partnership.
Yeah. So that doesn't remove the fact that we are in the same guilty cabinet, and fighting doesn't bring anything good, apart from bringing bad stories. Most of the ministers are my friends, no matter the camp they're coming from.
Then, away from that, yes, we are having a challenge where students like to calculate for the guild cabinet how they should spend their money that they have paid for guild fee, and so on and so on. They complain and so on. But how would you like students to hold you accountable throughout your leadership?
The students should hold me accountable by seeing the tangible things put in place.
Yes.
Yeah, because it is the work of the guild cabinet to provide accountability for the activities that were displayed on the guild calendar of that year.
Yes.
And still, if something has not yet been done, there should be answers for something that hasn't been done. So students shouldn't worry a lot. I, for one, and my ministers, are willing to serve you with the transparency and accountability.
Mr. Guild, you know, uh, people always, when you're going to something, or you're building, or you're writing something, or you've set it up as something, you always want a legacy behind. What kind of story would you like to be told about at the end of your guild cabinet by March next year?
Yeah, like the way we started at it, Ernest Cook University. I started as a class rep. I went to a Comisa. I went to being an association president.
You are running in a commission as
a publicity secretary.
you served.
And at this point, I'm a guilty president, meaning I've moved a long way.
You moved a long way
from my day one at Ernest Cook. And that gives a reflection that even the leadership is going to be like that, because everything is moved step by step to achieve the best out of everything. So for the students of Ernest Cook University, expect tangible things to be put in place and expect a leadership that truly works.
Okay, then of course, I want us to dive really into student welfare. Mostly the point of Freshers Ball.
Yes.
What should students expect from Freshers Ball this year from Mr. Ian Baseke? Because for Mr. the old guild cabinet, for him, he has finished his trail. He's saying bye-bye. You're now the one in.
Yes. So basically talking about Freshers Ball.
Yes.
For those who know me, I think I've held a lot of activities living aside the class rep duties. Yes. I've held the trips and they've been massive at Ernest Cook. If you've ever heard about it, what of a Freshers Ball when I'm a guild president?
We're expecting myself.
It may be even a festival. Yeah, so it will be something massive.
Yes.
And it will be something students are going to love from the very start of the moment of the Freshers Ball until the very start of closure.
Because I have students who are always asking, guys, man, how is our Freshers Ball going to be? The guild president is here. He has just been elected, and he's assuring you we're going to have a massive Freshers Ball, almost like a festival. I don't know how you're going to name it. Ernest Cook Festival.
No, we shall look for possible names in Latin.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can name.
We'll see what we can name it.
But it's gonna be massive. It's gonna be time for people to shine. It's gonna be time for people to experience some things like cultural galas.
I actually almost asked you about it. Because I see other universities having cultural galas and so on.
Yeah, because there are those people who don't play football. There are those people who don't go for music.
Yes.
But at least when they have that talent of like in the culture things, so like let me say the Wagisu,
yes,
for the Vanyangoles, for the Waganda, so they can take part in the cultural gala and there will be prizes to be won.
Yeah, we're having the guild president is organizing very many activities, of which he has just given an example, but some are coming more and more in the trail. So there are students who have ideas and so on. What should they do when they have those ideas?
And basically, the guild office is always open.
They should approach you.
In case you have an idea,
they should approach you.
You should just come around, come on board, and we see how we can put it
into action.
Because that's why lecturers normally tell you that in case you feel like you have something I've not spoken about, kind of bring it up. We learn from each other. I may be a leader, but I can learn from that person in 1.1. I can learn from that person in 4.2.
Yes.
Who can tell me, Ian, this could be a best initiative for the students, and it may work out. So that's how we arrange your stories in life.
Okay. Going to the point of sports, football, so on. You know, we have been spending most of our money paying for TAF. I'm not going to lie to you. I think even you, I met you at Miratot Staff.
Yeah.
We are playing TAF every time 5K. Man, that is overwhelming to us as students.
Yeah.
So I want you to assure us whether the university has something in plan for us as a pitch, or we are still going to continue paying money for those activities.
So basically, talking about the sports fraternity, and it's some kind of something that brings together students.
Yes.
So as let me say the third guild council of Ernest Cook University, we are having plans to be like, we pay guild fee, in that we could be having part of the game. Let me say each league.
Yes.
If you've ever heard of something like that, and we could be having 10 teams, whereby those people can solicit money, but still the guild office be catering for them. Let me say the field.
Yes.
Or the taps where they play from, And that could give us it could be a curtain raiser to the sports gala, the massive one.
Yeah.
That could be coming.
The old guild president, I was speaking to him and he told me there's a position they have secured. Is it true that we have that position secured for us where we are going to be holding our... Okay, they say, he told me they are clearing it and they're preparing to set up a good place for us to hold sports. Is it true?
Since I'm not yet in office, I'm not sure about it, but I heard of it somewhere.
Okay. So I'll be hosting you here very soon because the students are going to hold you accountable for everything here.
Yes, please.
Okay. Then we are going to dive into these students. We have students who are facing challenges. For example, students come in. We are recently having a case of a student who's having a child who's having a congenital disorder. A heart, for those who don't understand it, a heart problem. I can explain it like that. So you're coming in as a good president. I've seen you post it and campaigning for it. But I know you have a strategy that you are going to put in place, and what you require for someone to qualify for, maybe to qualify to receive that fund also on or support or campaign. What is that thing you have for us in plan that such people can be accessing at least some help, though not completely help, because something is so overwhelming.
So talking about congenital anomalies,
Yes.
those are part of the defects you get during the embryology when the baby is in the gestational sac inside there.
Yeah.
When embryology is taking place, for those of you who are doing genitourinary, you can relate to that. But still, most of these people, because most of these people are students of this place,
Yes.
and there is no issue deny them access to most of their friends to get support. But as a school and as a guild office, we do kindly locate for, let me say, Robe, some money for that person by putting up campaigns, because we are a big number of students, and if we say that each student should be providing 5K on the 2,000 students, at least that could be some good amount of money. For those who are willing, it's not kindly by force, and you can move to different organizations like those who can support in. Still, we can get those people worked upon, and maybe support them financially through different offices, and maybe the universe also can support in something.
Yes.
Because I recently talked to her, the lady is a Pofia.
Actually, she's my classmate.
Yeah, she's on 1.1. As I was moving out after being declared the winner, I told her we are looking for stable structures to see that you can get some bit of amount from the students, and either you can get those boxes where you can be put at block A, block D, library, or entire fund, whereby one student is passing, you can throw in a coin.
Yeah, a coin or what? Because we have this situation where we have students fearing to pull out money and giving, directly. Someone can have their 500 and they fear.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So we are going to put those boxes around blocks to say that.
And then, if you are not to be a guild president at this point, what else would you be doing?
If I wasn't to be a guild president, the way you see me, I'm a sportsman.
Yeah.
And if I'm to remember, in my year one when I came here, there is one gentleman I met. You remember when we were doing online papers? They're quite disturbing, and we couldn't know how to type online. So I met one gentleman and asked him, Mr. Simon, is it possible for me to contest as a guild president? In my years, and he said, yeah, it is very possible. But during the course, I got a lot of, when you get a job, money can blindfold you, and you think like.
So you got some job and money.
I got some job aside, and I felt like I shouldn't be running for leadership. But still, I received a lot of phone calls, and I was like, but if I wasn't a guild president, I would be somewhere in hospital at the moment working. And after hospital, I would be going for some sports.
You'd still be serving people.
I would still be serving people, and I would still be serving the nation.
Okay. Which leader inspires you most? And you'd give attribute to that leader being saying, throughout my whole course, like my considerations to go for guild presidency, I must give some credit to this leader.
So basically, I won't credit anyone for something, but still, I usually love Uhuru Kenyatta.
Uhuru Kenyatta.
That is that guy. He has how can I even speak it? I've learned a lot from him. But coming back to Uganda, There are people we should be looking at. Do you know Swengere?
Swengere, yeah, I know that guy.
That guy has been a comedian, but he's an MP now.
Yeah, I saw actually.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I take an example of those people just because they were different people before,
And they are now changed people.
and today they are different people. It takes the same example to look at me because someone who saw me 5 years back, I was the fullest spokesperson. But if that person finds me today as the guilty president, meaning at least I can inspire 100 people outside there and be like, this is the best example people can change. Meaning you can be a very example of your own self.
Yes, you can be an example of your very
You can also be an example of other people outside there and be like, yeah, Raymond started as this person. He was a very simple person, but today he's a very changed person. So sometimes I would love to take examples from myself and be like, I would love to create my own legacy.
You'd like to create your own legacy?
Yes, please.
I know there are those books you at least you've read these motivational books. Yeah. I want you to give credit to one book that has built your life.
No, basically in Uganda, there is some book, but I've forgotten it.
We're having books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Money, what, how to influence people. You can look from the big scope and be like,
I think I have some book at home I usually read, though I've forgotten about it. But the best book I got from the determination and courage, it was, you're not just an employee. Everyone should check on that book. You're not just an employee.
Yes. You're not just an employee.
Yes.
Wow.
That book advises you on a lot of things outside work and the daily life we live in. So that's the book, because I think our boss usually used to come with it. I'm like, how many of you know this book? And we're like, no, we don't know. And she was like, kindly take some 5 days reading the book, you give to another person. So after reading that book, there is no you ever remain the same person.
Okay. So I want us to do a fire quickie as we're rounding up this.
Yes, please.
I have like around my 5 fire quickies.
Yes, please.
So are you an early bird or a night owl?
I'm an early bird.
You're an early bird. Books or vibes?
I'm a bookworm.
Okay. Would you like independent work or teamwork?
I would love teamwork.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Would you like to lead from behind the scenes or in front of the scenes?
I'm always in front of the scenes.
Okay. One message to the students who you're going to lead, the students of Ernest Cook University.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the students of Ernest Cook University, shout out to the people who supported Ian Jonathan Baseke for the post of guilty presidency. Your efforts have not gone just in a unknown manner, but still, today, we stand at a turning point whereby we need to change a lot of things at Ernest Cook University, and all crowd should come through because of you people. And I would love to thank you for the support you showed, for the love and energy. You people showed a lot of love. It wasn't an easy story to make, but see, at Ernest Cook, we are here for a noble cause, that is academics. We should always mind of the books, and you're always here to pick papers, but still, we shape our future through leadership. I remain Ian Jonathan Baseke, not even an aspiring, the guilty president elect. I was still remembering those days of aspiring.
It was really hard for you.
Yeah, it was a hard one. But I would love to thank you all for everything. And thank the big man here.
Yes.
I know him as Bossman Kun, but his name is Raymond.
Yeah, I'm thrilled with this guy. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.